Hello, I'm in the flatlands. Yeah, very flat, all the way around me. So as you know, I do videos now, while it's winter time, I do videos for YouTube on Wednesdays and Sundays, and occasionally I'll put the odd video up on my Facebook group, which is called Just Being Bry, if you don't know. But essentially, yeah, I'm just doing 2 per week for this channel, for this YouTube channel, Wednesdays and Sundays. So this will be uploaded on one of those days. Okay, so a question that somebody asked me quite some time ago really, but it's just jumped into my head. And it was on the back of what somebody else had said. One of the questions that I used to get asked a lot, I don't anymore, I think I've covered it. People said, don't you get lonely? You know, and what they're saying, they're not asking me the question. Bode! Bode! Bodie! Bloody licking. They're not asking me the question. It's a statement of fact. They're saying, I couldn't live like you because I would get lonely. That's what they're saying. So the answer to that is no. But on the back of that, somebody fairly new to travelling life really said, how do you deal with being alone? Well, you just be. Just be. Once you've mastered being alone, and there are times in life, and it could be bereavement, it could be divorce, it could be disease, illness, whatever, there will be times when we're all alone. But once you've mastered that, it brings a piece of itself, a kind of deep inner serenity that I'll just pull you in. You just can't get it anywhere else really. You get a deep, deep sense of knowing yourself. And initially it's quite difficult to cope with, particularly if you've been married 30 years and then you suddenly find yourself alone or whatever. But it's not impossible, and it does bring on its own way of being. You can be alone and enjoy your own company. You can be alone and have nobody to answer to. Loneliness, as I've always said, loneliness is a different kettle of fish. Loneliness is when you miss that other person. So you're actually missing. But being alone, you're not missing. Loneliness is missing. And when you look around the world at all the recluses, the hermits, the religious sort of, the monks or the nuns, or those, the Buddhist monasteries and what have you, a lot of people spend their life alone, or certainly large parts of their life alone. And I think every single one of them experiences something amazing, absolutely amazing. Wow, we're here, wherever this is. More flatlands. I love it. So being alone isn't anything to be scared of. And I think people are scared. And I think what people tend to do is try and fill their lives. Like if you look at yourself like a piece of cheese with all those holes in, people stuff things into those holes, part of their partner's thoughts and ideas and opinions, and and then stuff that they buy and hobbies and interest and more and more, and they stuff it and they stuff it and they stuff it full so they feel whole. being alone is nothing to be afraid of. Nothing to be afraid of. I nearly fell over. And once you start to pick apart all these holes that you've stuffed full of your partner and life in general, you think, well, what was all that about? You know, and you start spending time alone. And what happens is you start to love yourself, and that's the key. Love your life, love being alone, appreciate, embrace time alone. You know, we live in a world where everybody's scared to live in the now, to live this moment. They're looking for the next moment up there, and when I get there things will be okay, and if I can just get to that moment then I'll be okay, you know. Things will be alright once that moment arrives, and if I could just go over there. What's wrong with this moment? Enjoy this moment. Embrace this moment. This time now. Right now. Look at this. Oh, look at that lot. See, we nearly missed that, didn't we? This moment. This moment in time now, this moment is so important. I'm not really alone, I've got my dog there, look, here he comes. But, you know, essentially you can't talk back, so I am alone. I spend a lot of time alone. Hello darling, you alright my friend? You having a laugh? Go on then, show me where we're going. You lead the way. Thank you. But I do think we will all experience time alone in our lives. And if you sat there thinking, well, I've been married 30 years, I'm never going to be alone. You know, one or the other of you will die before the other one. Let's face facts. You know, there will be divorce or bereavement, there will be illness and disease, like I've just said. You know, there will be times when you need to spend time alone. And it's nothing to be afraid of. As I said, you know, it's you get a deeper sense of knowing, obviously knowing yourself, and you can make friends with yourself. You know, if I'm honest, I would much rather spend time alone than with other people. I like other people and I like to spend time with people on my terms. But I choose to spend most of the time on my own. And you know, if you look at how we rush around in this life, charging around, doing this and doing that, and there's never enough bloody time. You've got to go to work and go shopping and pick the kids up and do this and do that. I'm tired just thinking about it. You know, you must pop down the bank and pay the bills and do this, and it goes on and on and on and on. And then suddenly you got some alone time. Hello mate. Hello you. He's happy. You're my happy boy. Go on then, off you go. You get this alone time. And the initial thing is to panic and think, Christ, what do I do? You know. And then you could start feeling lonely, which, as I say, is to miss the stuff. People can be stuff, and time can be stuff, actually, that you fill these holes up with. And once you pick apart those holes, and as I say, you learn that to be alone is not a bad thing. It's actually a good thing. And it brings on, as I say, it brings on serenity, but it brings on, I think, personally, I think, a deep kind of spiritual knowingness And it's knowing yourself. You can't get to know yourself when you're surrounded by people at work or by anything. I said before in a video a long time ago that, you know, it's a good idea to have enough stuff in your life to do. Hobbies, interests, whatever. And that's up to you, isn't it? Reading, writing, cycling, kickboxing, you know, whatever. Good idea to have that, and it still is a good idea to have that. But sometimes you reach an inner peace, an inner level that you can just literally sit and be. You can look out the window. You know, just simply be. No distractions from your partner or from work colleagues or from other people. You're just simply being. It's beautiful, I think. Okay, we're going to walk back. Go there, birds! No, this way, come round. Come on, my friend. Okay, mate. Look at you. Come on then. Go on then, babes. Off you go. Good old boy. Well, go on then. You make me laugh. A dirty pause. So yeah, go back and have a Slurpee. Don't be afraid of being alone. Don't be afraid. You know, if you suddenly find yourself alone, then you can find yourself lonely because you're just used to whatever else that other side of you. But that other side of you doesn't make you whole, not really. You're already whole, just you've forgotten. You are whole. Always were, always will be. Take care. Be well. And don't forget, I'll be uploading Wednesdays and Sundays from now on, apart from the odd video on my Facebook group, which is called Just Being Bry. Take care then. Be well. Try and be glorious.